read it? What is the reason actually?
Well, I think there are three different love stories in As You Like It. I think it's enjoyable.
Assalamualaikum, hello everybody, welcome to 7 Minute Learning and Alamin's English here. So today I have some guests and they are from my department, that means English Language and Literature. This department but different institution, it doesn't matter. So we will talk about actually English Language and Literature. Okay, please, can you say your name please?
My name is Muhammad Tanjimadham Chaudhuri.
Okay, please name.
Muhammad Nur Alam.
Mainul Islam.
Okay, today we'll talk about literature. What is the difference between language and literature, and what is the relation between language and literature? Okay, first question is, what difficulties do you face whenever you read literature? What difficulties?
Well, there is a language barrier when we read literature because the language used in the literature is usually the ancient language because there are many differences between today's English and the English before 15th or 16th century. So I think the language barrier is the main problem we face when we read English literature.
You, please.
Actually, we study English literature. It is a difficult for our because it is a foreign language, but we try to our best.
Okay.
English is when we come to learn English language and literature, we face some difficulties because English is not our native language and it is not our mother tongue. That's why we have faced some difficulties.
Okay, thank you very much. And second question is lots of IELTS firms in this city. Chittagong. Lots of English spoken firms, and they say that within 3 months they will teach you the language. The whole language. Wherever we have been learning language, how many years? At least 5 years. Am I right? So they will teach you language within 3 months. So is it possible? Do you think that it's
Well,
possible?
I think if you have good basics, then it will be not that hard to learn the language in 3 months. The thing is, you have to be good at basics. The basic language is from you. Nobody can teach you that at the level of today. So, but if someone teaches you the accent or maybe the way of talking, I think that's possible in 3 months. That's not a hard job, I think.
But they say that you don't need any grammar, you don't need anything, just come to us, we will teach you within 3 months.
Well, I think that's not that easy because today I think the grammatical things are from basics. It's not possible, I think, to learn it in 3 months.
Okay, if I ask you, whenever it comes to language and literature, why should we read literature? What is the reason actually reading literature? What can we, how can we be benefited whenever it comes to language? From literature.
Man can think worldwide by reading literature. Literature is a part of knowledge, is a part of learnings that introduce us the whole world, even not only world but also the even heaven, death, love, many other spiritual things. That's why you should,
I said, how does actually literature help to learn language?
we get the best language from literature.
From literature.
As example, I have according to Parsibi Shedi, if winter come, can spring be far behind?
If winter comes,
Can spring be far
can
behind?
spring be far
Behind.
behind. Okay.
And if William Wordsworth,
That means this is the best language. We get from
course, it's the best language.
literature. Actually, how does literature help you to shape your life? How can you be benefited from literature?
Well, I think there are many central themes we can find in literature. Most of them are from the nature, that nature heals our heart. I think if we think or read the poems deeply, we can see that the nature can definitely heal our heart. So I think there are many learning aspects from poetry and also prose, though I prefer poetry much from the literature's scope, I think.
Okay. In day-to-day life, you face lots of problems actually. Am I right?
Yes,
so
definitely.
lots of problems. So how that actually literature help you to solve this problem? For example, sometimes you are depressed. Sometimes you don't get the thing you actually want. So
I think if you read Robert Browning poems, you will see that Robert Browning was an optimistic person. His characters in the poetry faced a lot of problems daily, but he used to find consolation in the failures, and he never said that if you are failed, then just give up. He always said that just to fight another day. So I think there are many learning aspects in many of the writers. My favorite writer is Robert Browning because he was an optimistic one, and I think there are many learning aspects from him.
Okay, what's your words? I mean, whenever it comes to literature, I mean, what's your suggestion to the others that, I mean, why should I read literature? I mean, most of the students, I mean, forget what is literature, except the students who go to literature department. Am I right? So, what's your suggestion to the others? I mean, how should or why should they read literature?
Actually, when we read the literature, we know the reality and other side of our life. So I call everyone that you read the literature, then you acquire the knowledge of reality and life and other side.
Okay, what's your suggestion?
Of course, everyone should learn literature. Everyone should have read literature because of literature literature consists of the worldwide thing and which a human being, not only human being but also the spiritual things, love, God, heaven, and many other things which is.
Thank you very much. What is the best book according to you? Best book in the world?
In literature,
In literature or anything, I mean, what is the best book according to you? Well, literature, I mean, definitely you will say the Holy Quran.
Paradise.
definitely the Holy Quran
Okay,
is.
what is the in literature? This is Holy Quran is at the
The
same time.
worldwide.
This is literature as well.
Yes,
So in literature, particularly in literature, what is the best book according to you?
Paradise Lost.
No, you have to say why should I read it? I mean, lots of people will watch
Well,
you.
I have studied literature for not so many time, but I have read As You Like It. That was a romantic comedy of William Shakespeare. I think I enjoyed it.
As you
As You Like It.
it.
Yeah.
Why should people read it? What is the reason actually?
Well, I think there are 3 different love stories in As You Like It. I think it's enjoyable. There is nothing wrong in enjoying a romantic comedy, I think. So I have enjoyed it as well. I suggest people to read that as well.
Okay. What is the best book according to you in the world? Best book. I mean, you have read actually. You have studied.
As You Like It.
As You Like It. Okay. I mean, he already said As You Like It. At the same time, he said, I mean, why should we read? It's a romantic comedy. That means we need comedy because we sometimes face tragedies in our life. So comedy sometimes you need, and romantic you need as well. Am I right? Otherwise, for example, you are taking maybe banana. Am I right? So you must think you are something. You are taking something else. Am I right? It's not banana because you have already have maybe 10 taka, but you have to think it's 5,000 taka, and you are eating a thing worth 5,000 taka. Am I right? So that is romantic. You not need sometimes romanticity. Okay, what's the best book according to you?
Riders to the Sea is the best book, I
Yes.
think. Riders to the Sea
Riders
by Jayam Singh.
Okay. Why should we read it?
Because the book is written about the reality and the faith and what actually we face, not only we but a human being face in real life is written in this book. That's why I think it is the best book.
Okay, what is my best book? I am saying what is my best book. Whenever it comes to drama, definitely William Shakespeare, Macbeth and Hamlet. Both of the dramas really I love. And whenever it comes to novel, I like Dickens, David Copperfield's, then Oliver Twist. All of the Dickens I like. I mean, Great Expectations. And whenever it comes to Russian, believe me or not, I like Russian novels like The Underground and Crime and Punishment. And Tolstoy I like, but I have read maybe Tolstoy some of the short stories, but not novel because the way he wrote long novels, believe me or not, I mean, I cannot dare to read. So that's it. Thank you very much. I enjoyed this session. Okay, thank you very much. Lots of people will learn lots of things. Okay, stay blessed, stay happy, and keep learning, keep watching my channel, 7 Minute Learning at the same time, Alamis English Care. And if you have anybody, just you can send the person at Chowk Bazaar to learn English. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.